On tonight's The Libra Lounge with Keisha, we've got celebrity news and gossip. Is 40 really the new 20? And then we've got this guy over here, special guest Dylan Cody. And tonight, for the first time ever, our bitch please of the week is going to a not human. This is The Libra Lounge with Keisha. Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. So, I am getting over some Ebola virus that I had all last week. I was in a bed, 4 days, 5 days last week,
At least.
and I was quiet. So, they probably thought I was dead. Did y'all think I was dying because I was quiet? I wasn't even bitching,
I dialed 9-1 and just waited.
just in case. Because if I'm not talking, if I'm not bitching, I am like sick. But here's the thing. Then they come and they want to bother me because they want me to start talking and bitching. I'm like, take a break. Hey, I'm giving you a free pass. Do whatever you want to do.
Well, we know anger kind of fuels your fire. So
Are you
we
calling me?
wanted to.
Are you saying that I'm an angry person?
No, I didn't say you were an angry
I'm an
person.
aggressive person.
Yes, you
I
are.
don't do passive aggressive.
I just
I
said
do
you.
aggressive.
I just said you kind of feed off of anger a bit.
Yeah, I was feeding off of Advil, cold and sinus, Benadryl, steroid pack, and all of that. Like I was drowning in my own snot. Like it was bad.
You're such a delicate flower. I love
No,
you.
it was bad. Like it was so bad that when I would wake up in the morning, I could tell that I slept with my mouth open because I couldn't breathe through my nose. And like I tell, my breath stink. I'm like, I wanted to James smell it. He better not say anything. Did you smell it? Was it bad?
No, I don't get that close to you when you're sleeping.
Oh, thank God.
You hate that. You
You're
hate
well
being
trained.
touched, cuddled,
No,
adored,
no, none.
noticed.
No, I don't. I don't understand people that like to cuddle when they're asleep. Like I'm sleep. That's all I want to do is sleep. I don't want to be touched. I don't want to be rubbed. I don't. He always wants to pet on me, and I'm like, fuck. We have 3 pets in the house. Go pet one of the pets. But he wants to pet on me, and I don't. I don't like that.
You're my favorite puppy out of all of
Wow.
them.
You know what? You really showing out tonight because I'm gonna let everybody know that joke that you told about that one situation, and they gonna really see the true producer James.
Let's save that for bitch, please.
I think we're gonna save
Okay.
it. Okay, so this is really, really surreal for me because Dylan Cody over here. Say hello to the Libra Lounge audience.
Hello all.
So I used to babysit him, and now he's, on my show.
It's a little
I.
weird.
It's a little weird because I actually kept you when I was pregnant with Skylar. And now you're on the show. Skylar thinks she's fucking grown. It's just kind of it's weird because I don't feel like that much time has passed by for him to be like an adult. I still feel like, well, I act like 27, like I'm extremely immature. I always tell people Skylar's 45. She was born 45 years old and she's more mature than I am. So this is a little bit, it's a little bit weird, but how's everything been going for you?
Everything's been going pretty good.
Yeah, pretty
You
good.
know, it's a lot of life changes.
Yeah, when you're 20, just
But even starting just being young, there were still a lot of life changes. So
wait till you hit 30.
it just keeps on happening.
Yep, and it doesn't stop. It stops if you die, but if you don't die, it keeps
You don't know
going.
where we end up going.
Oh no, we're
You
not
could be-
even gonna start on that shit. Oh no. We're here for an hour and I would just leave because the two of you would go for hours talking about that and that's pretty fucking boring to me. And I got other shit to do. So you know what? After the show, y'all can go. I can talk for as long as y'all want to about that. I'm not mature enough to talk about the afterlife. All right, so producer James and I have decided because we're completely crazy people and like we don't have enough stuff going on, but we are adding 2 new shows under our media company, Pink Phoenix Media. One of them is going to be a political show.
In Dickinson.
In Dickinson, but we're not going to talk about city politics.
Okay.
We're going to talk about more rural politics. So
Yeah.
we're going to have a professor of political science as my co-host, and then there's me. So basically, he'll be like teaching a first grade class about politics because I don't know shit about it. I know celebrity news and gossip. So that'll be good. And what are we calling it? The politics of petty?
Yeah, I think that was like the working title.
Yeah, something like that. And then we're gonna have another show that is community based for Galveston County. Are we doing Harris County?
No,
I
fuck
don't know.
them.
Hair's kind of too, ooh, they ghetto. So we're just going to do Galveston County, and we really want to highlight some of the businesses and community events that are going on. I will be the host, and I believe we decided to name it Southern Sweet Tea with a play on tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good name.
I think so too. I like
It's appropriate.
the name. I think so too. So I think we're going to kick those off in October.
Yeah, I think so.
Because, like I said, we're crazy. I don't even know how we're going to be able to add to new shows, but we're going to do it. But in the meantime, we want to give a big shout out to Classic Bar by Sherry for being our show sponsor tonight. Remember, if you have any questions, you can contact Sherry at Femme Fatale Studio here in Dickinson, Texas. You can go to their website and click on contact and send all your questions in. If you mention the Libra Lounge with Keisha or just my name, you get $5 off your first bar class. All right, if you're a friend of the Libra Lounge, you know what time it is. It's time for the Gab.
We know she has a really big mouth, which sounds kind of dirty, and that's probably true too. Let's gossip. The Gab with Keisha.
All right, so Chrissy Teigen, who is a supermodel, she's also married to singer John Legend. She is very, very vocal about just about everything. She's one of the first models to take pictures of herself after giving birth and showing that she has cellulite, showing that she's having a hard time losing weight, showing herself breastfeeding and trying to raise a toddler, and all of these things too. But we have something in common other than being supermodels. We both don't like President Trump. So, she and John Legend have not hidden the fact that they do not like Trump. They don't like what he stands for. They don't like the stuff that he does. They don't like the stuff he doesn't do. But things got really, really, really racy the other night because Trump tweeted something dumb, per usual. I don't even have to go back and look and see what it said. It was dumb. Here's the thing. That there's so many things going on in the world, but we are fortunate enough to have a president who tweets bullshit. Isn't that great and wonderful? So anyway, Chrissy called Trump a pussy ass bitch. Isn't that hilarious? So anyone other than me? I think it's quite comical.
I think it's appropriate.
I think it's appropriate too, but it's like we live in a world where we can openly call the president of the free nations a pussy ass bitch.
We always have. That's the First Amendment.
I know.
That's
But it's now with social media and all these other platforms, more people are able to read it and hear about it. You know what I mean? This is what I said. I posted about it and I said, you know what? That's for all the times that they call the Obamas niggers or monkeys. What goes around comes around. But do you think he's a pussy ass bitch, James?
I think that's the last thing that he is.
What's the first?
Well, a bullheaded moron,
Oh, okay.
but not a pussy ass bitch. Like I wouldn't call him a pussy because
He's got
he-
pretty big
he
balls.
has
I'll
huge,
say that.
huge
Yeah.
brass balls.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't call him a bitch because he absolutely does not back down from anything anybody says in any way, to the detriment
Of himself.
our
and
office.
exactly.
But not a pussy. He's basically like that one redneck that no matter how many times he gets his ass kicked,
Hell
he
yeah.
comes back and wants some more. Like,
So you're talking about your friend G-Dub?
no, I'm not talking about G-Dub.
Because he just got in trouble tonight, and I just had to,
Oh.
get on him because he said something dumb on someone else's post. Then I get
Oh.
text about it. Then I got to get on there like the fucking substitute teacher, say, okay, guys, let's settle down,
Aw.
settle down.
Poor G-Dub.
He did. I just said sometimes you just can keep scrolling, and you don't have to say anything, especially when it's about a sensitive subject matter like, I don't know, black people, the LGBTQ, and all the other alphabets.
Alphabet people.
Yeah. So it's just crazy. I mean, Dylan, do you think that it's appropriate to openly say remarks like that to the president?
Well, I think it's very appropriate because of him saying that at the beginning of his, his term when he was being elected, saying very vulgar stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and they thought it was funny. They thought it was cool because the presidents really have never
I don't know. They worked a
acted
little bit
out
more
this way.
professional, just a bit
Yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
professional. Yeah.
And recently, Beto was talking about, I think it was the gun control or something like that, and he said it was fucked up, and people went crazy because he said the F word.
F word.
And it's like, really, the president of the United States is cussing like this, and
fucking a stripper. I mean, it's like he had a controversy about dealing with a stripper and numerous other affairs that he's had. So it's just like, at this point, I think a lot of respect has been. No, that's a lie, because that would say that we actually did respect him at one point. Well, you know what? I take it back. I used to respect Donald Trump. I loved his show. The Apprentice. That was a really good show, but then you fucking get fired from your own show. Now that's some pussy ass shit right there. I'm just saying. I don't know. Because I'd be damned if somebody about to fire me from my own goddamn show. I will burn down the whole fucking building before I let you have another host from my show. I'd be like, I'm going to set this bitch on fire. So, I don't know. It's pretty, I don't know. To me, it's just funny to hear a woman call any man a pussy ass bitch. Lord knows I've called many a man that same thing. Right, producer James?
Oh, yeah. On the daily.
Not on the daily, weekly.
Okay. It's a supermodel called the former reality star president, a pussy ass bitch.
Yeah.
Is about as silly as it gets in life. It's a non-story. Who gives a shit?
But here is a good story. I have recently, y'all know, I love my reality TV. So right now, I'm in a cold season. Because The Real Housewives of New Jersey isn't on. The Real Housewives of Potomac was whack as shit this year. Little Women Atlanta and Little Women LA, they're both off. They didn't get a reunion special or anything. Who else do I... Oh, Dog the Bounty Hunter's new show started last week, so I'm all over that. But 90 Day Fiancé has become my new obsession. I don't understand why I'm just now tuning into this show, because it is unfucking believable how stupid people can be. But I appreciate the fact that I can be in my bed judging those stupid ass people whenever I want to. So, if you never heard of 90 Day Fiancé, it is basically someone from America chooses to date someone from another country, and I guess they have to be engaged for a certain amount of time before they can legally marry. Is that where the 90 days comes from?
Yeah, I think
or is
it's
that like the filming schedule?
No, I think it's like a 90-day visa. So
that's what it is.
There's a visa involved.
Yes, 90-day visa. So we're just now jumping on this bandwagon, and I really like 90 Day Fiancé
the other
way around.
Yeah.
The other way around.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just called The Other Way.
It's called The Other Way Around because instead of the person from another country coming to America, they're going over there. But let me tell you, that's some stupid shit. And here's why. The places that the foreign people live, they live in like crack dens. Like really, like their houses, like the walls are made of cardboard. Why the fuck would you want to move from America to another country and live like that? Those people have done something undiscovered. Believe me, in another 20 years, we're going to find some dead bodies. And I bet you the person behind it is one of these stupid ass motherfuckers from 90 Day Fiancé, the other way around. So let's see. We've got, because none of the women are young, of course.
Yes.
You've got who?
One is 19 years old. And I think it's a new one. She converted to Islam.
You're absolutely right.
Oh yeah,
and she wants to move to Syria with her boyfriend.
Yeah, that's right.
What is her name?
I don't know.
She's cute, but she's the type of white girl that whoever she's dating, she's that. So if she were dating a black guy, she'd be like, "Oh, we fried chicken tonight. We're playing dominoes. Stop and bring some 40." She's that kind of chick, because all of a sudden now she wants to be Muslim. And James was asking me, and it was a really good question. He's like, how do they find these people? You fucking actually can type it in, and there's websites. How to date a Muslim.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's apps specifically for Muslims. That's how she found this guy, was on this dating app for Muslims.
Aren't they killing people in Syria right now? Like, isn't there like a travel ban or?
Syria is a pretty violent, messed up place right now.
Yeah, because
That's-
when she went
mean-
to meet the guy that she's marrying for the first time,
Yeah,
they couldn't even go to Syria.
No, they had to go. Where would not
Lebanon?
Yeah.
Libya? Who?
No, they went to Lebanon.
Libya?
No, they went to
Libya?
Lebanon.
Isn't that like the female like
Lebanon.
vagina walls or
That's-
something? Libya?
No, that's
Labia?
Libya. That's
Okay,
Libya.
I'm sorry. I knew it sounded familiar.
They went to Lebanon.
Lebanon. So here's my question. If it's too dangerous for you to meet your fiance in said country, why would you decide to give up all of this in America to go live over there when you are a totally different color from everybody else? So when they start shooting, they're going to shoot your ass first. I mean, that's how I see it.
Well, not only that, like as a woman, let's just be real honest. Orthodox Islam is very much women are lesser people. Women are less than men. Women are property. I mean, so
yeah.
Her being Muslim is one thing, but hers being Muslim and going to a country where they still cut hands off for shit and stone you in honor killings.
Yeah.
That's, if I were her parents, I'd be a little fucking worried.
Well, her
about
mom
that.
went with her, thank God, because she's just like, what the fuck? I mean, here's the truth. Y'all know I wouldn't last a day. I wouldn't even last a day in slavery. They would immediately try to sell me. They would beat me. They would whip me, everything, because I just don't. Is it that I don't listen? That
And?
I talk back?
And?
I have a bad attitude?
And?
I'm cute and people be hating on me?
Well...
So anyway, yeah, I just don't understand. I mean, there's a lot of fucked up men right here in America. Why do you have to cross the seas to go be with a fucked up man? And how do you even know that these people really, really want to be with you? Like, do you, I know you said your mom watches the show, right? Do you think the young girl, I can't remember her name, the 19-year-old, do you think that she really likes this guy? And do you think that that guy really likes her?
So my mom and I have a theory that when the show started, this girl said she already converted before meeting this guy, but we think to be with a guy she had to convert, but she's not in the right circumstances to be the wife of one of those guys because she's not a virgin. You have to be a virgin. There's lots of other things. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
real white too.
And her name is Avery.
Avery.
Very white name.
Very white name. And here's another thing that the women, because let me see, it's all women who are doing the 90-day fiance other way around, right? It's all women.
No,
except for there's some men. There's some men.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, the one that just had a baby.
Well, the black dude who.
No, he's trying to get his bitch over here, and after 4 attempts, she's still not here.
That's heartbreaking.
I'm willing to bet that the person that he's been communicating with is a transsexual. No, I think that is true.
Are you talking about the older black guy?
Caesar?
Is he like the weird one who like sends her money and stuff?
Oh, they all send.
They all send money.
Okay, well, there's another theory that we have that.
Okay, I want to hear this theory.
She's doing that to other men as well. So
yes.
she's making her her money off of all these men.
And here's how you know. He was like, "Oh, I love it when she sends me videos." So we got to see the videos, and what does she call him? Not Caesar. Nope. Not hey Negro. Hey Blackie, nothing like that. She calls him, hey baby. That means she's using the same fucking video with you, him, the one after him, and the one over there too. So
copy paste.
Basically,
copy, paste.
Didn't Destiny Child say my name? That's why. If no one's around you, say baby, I love you. But if you're not running game, this bitch is running hella game. And then let's just tell the truth. Caesar is not attractive at all, and he does nails for a living. Which is fine.
You'd date him for that.
I sure would.
For free nails, you sure would.
For free nails, yes, I would. I love James for a lot less. So, we've got. Oh, and let's not forget about the guy who looks like Baby Grinch. What is his name? Tim.
Is it Tim Francis? Not for.
I don't fucking know. But the first time I saw him, I just was like, "That is the Baby Grinch." He looks like the Jim Carrey version of the Grinch, but the baby Grinch. He looks identical to him.
I don't know which guy you're talking about.
Oh, pull up a
Is he
picture,
the one
James.
that's very? Is he the
Metrosexual?
Tim Malcolm is the man. He's the guy who's pretty metrosexual. He has a business where he makes custom guns, and he's got the
hot. Is she
like
Colombian?
I think, yeah.
Brazilian? Real pretty girl.
Very abusive.
No, but he's scared of her.
Yeah.
She's really pretty, like model pretty.
Yeah, he's got the ex-girlfriend who he's still kind of dad to her kid.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a
weird situation,
weird
and
thing.
that Colombian girl looked like she will cut him.
Well, that Colombian girl, when he went to visit her, and she was like, "I need him to be like more manly." Ugh,
Yeah, she didn't like that he's not. Well, I mean, the first date when he got there, he put fucking eye mask on her face.
Oh, that's a pussy drying step right
I'm
there.
like, okay, wait, you're not trying to dick me down? Like, what the hell? Like, you flew probably 18 to 24 hours over here to see me. If I'm a man, the first thing I'm gonna do is, bitch, we're fucking right now. Let's just get that out of the way. We're fucking. He goes, hey, do you want to try these gel eye masks that I brought with me? Who does that? No, it's like, bitch, suck my dick or something like this. You know how much money I've spent trying to get over here to you? But that's just me.
Yeah, but
if I were a man.
She's
aggressive.
She's really aggressive, but she's also really, really hot. And I think he's got like a, oh my God, what do I actually do with this?
Well, the ex-girlfriend was really hot as well.
Yeah, but not Columbia hot.
But she's kind of crazy. I mean, he said, I'm a little scared. She looks like she would cut him and sell his organs on the black market.
No.
That's just how I feel about
Colombia.
it. But again, this is a guy who got on an app looking for, I don't know if she's Colombian, Brazilian,
something Ian.
Spanish.
I'm not sure what.
Peruvian, something Spanish.
Nicaragua.
I know what guy you're talking about now.
Tim, with the big eyes.
And the weird hair.
And the weird baby Grinch hair. He has the same hairdo as baby Grinch. Yes. He's
I watched an episode last night with him on it, I think.
Right.
And I don't know if you watched it yet.
That's when is he getting ready to tell
Spoiler
her?
alert.
Spoiler alert. You know I don't care about spoiling anything, y'all.
But there was a scene where he was sitting at the table with her parents.
Right, that was very awkward. Her grandparents,
and
actually, yeah.
She asked, "Have you ever been to Colombia before?"
And
he was like, "Yeah, 5 times."
So.
And she never, the wife or the wife, soon to be wife, didn't know about that. So.
Because he has an ex-girlfriend who lives in the same country as
so
well.
It's crazy.
Trust and believe me, she's already threw a glass of water in his face. Before the end of this season, she's gonna get violent with him. It's brewing in her.
He gonna get cut.
Yeah. I will say that I am most intrigued by Caesar and his Russian doll.
That motherfucker flew to Mexico.
And the bitch hadn't even talked to him in 4 days. If I haven't talked to you in 4 days, you're not about to see me on day 5, day 6, nor day 7. But he goes all the way to another country to meet her, and of course she doesn't fucking show up.
I want to be mad at him, but it's so fucking depressing.
It's really
so
like,
sad.
it is like the equivalent of an abandoned puppy outside during a hurricane.
Oh yeah.
Just everything's going on around him, everything's been done to him, and he just still looking cute like a little puppy. But here's the thing, so she didn't make this last flight, and come to find out it was canceled because he had insufficient funds. I wonder fucking why. The guy was eating ramen noodles for weeks because he's so broke, sending money to her, paying for these plane tickets. Then she wanted to meet him in Cancun. I'm like, okay, what? So you're in Russia. I think he's in California, maybe?
Something like that.
Why the fuck are we going to Mexico to a resort? I don't know.
Why didn't he just fly to the Ukraine or where the hell?
I believe he tried to do that. Yeah. He's so broke. He went to go buy her an engagement ring, and you guys know I'm not a big jewelry person. As long as it's pretty, I like it. But he was so broke, he can only afford to buy her a $115 engagement ring. That's.
Ooh. But she's in like the Ukraine, so like that's enough. Like $150 is like enough bread for 5 years. Like that should be she should be happy for that.
If she ever sees it. Oh my
True.
God. I mean,
Good point.
I don't know. But yes, 90 Day Fiance is great. And so is the family Chantel, which I didn't watch when they were on 90 Day Fiance. I just picked up right here when she got her spinoff. That is some crazy funny shit. I love it when there's a reality show with black families because you really get to, I'm like, we really do act like that. We really do say shit like that. Chantel is this really cute black girl who is married to Pedro, who's from the DR. Is that the place where they're killing people every time they go over there? They get sick and die and don't ever come home. Isn't that the Dominican Republic? Weren't they telling people not to go there?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Y'all are not cultured.
I remember
Y'all are not cultured.
No, I remember something about that.
Okay, thank you.
So...
You a little bit cultured. He's not cultured at all. So she and this guy are married, and it's just a clusterfuck. But to make a long story short, she and her family are in the Dominican Republic to try to bridge the gap between her family and his family because there's lots of beefing going on. But all kinds of shit has been said, but the one thing that made Chantel get pissed off was this girl who clearly wants to hook up with her husband. She told her, I can't help it that you got all that pony hair on your head and fake eyelashes. Bitch went crazy, threw a fucking drink in her face. You do not tell a black woman nothing about that. Like, it's real until we say it's not real, okay? These eyelashes, as long as they're connected to my real eyelashes, they are all my eyelashes. As long as this hair is attached to my hair, it's a unit. We all in it together. Like, it's one package. But, yeah, so if you want a good laugh, most definitely check out 90 Day Fiancé. But speaking of laughing, comedian Dave Chappelle just came out with a new Netflix special, and of course producer James thinks it's funny, which is great because I think Dave Chappelle is funny too. But producer James has to do the loudest laugh. It has to be the most exaggerated laughter because no one's actually in the room with him as he's watching this. So he has to let everybody know that he finds something so comical that he has to do this hearty har of a laugh. And then, oh, I'm watching a comedy special and the guy's black. It's just so extra. I'm kidding. It's kind of fun because I started watching it today. But what were some of the highlights from this special? Because he's kind of getting a little bit of beef for some of the subject matters, but people always forget when it comes to comedians, there's no rules. Like, they're fucking gonna make fun of everybody.
Well, that's the idea. The problem is so many comedians now have been like scared by the whole woke left.
Not Dave.
And that's a great thing.
Yeah.
And what I love is that, like on Rotten Tomatoes, they're like 33% rotten from the critics with 6 critics.
Okay.
And 99% from 11,000 viewers.
That it's fresh.
Exactly.
You don't get confused on a tomato thing.
Exactly. Well, so on Rotten Tomatoes, something is either rotten or fresh.
Okay.
So 33%.
99% fresh.
99% fresh by 11,000 people.
Okay.
And 6 critics.
Yeah.
You know, didn't like it.
I mean, I'm on the part now. He let's see, he I almost feel bad actually saying this, but he's talking about the Michael Jackson child molestation cases. And he made the shit funny, okay? He makes it funny. He takes a situation that is very, very serious, very hush-hush, and he made it funny, and that's what comedians are supposed to do.
Yeah, he did a great job in this special of just attacking everything. Single point that he knew the social justice warriors would get pissed off about. I mean, from the alphabet people, which was fucking hilarious, to abortion. I haven't gotten that part yet. Oh my God, he did a great. Seriously, he did a great abortion joke, not about abortion, but how people take up the cause.
Yeah, it's all about how it's
stuff.
From what I've seen and from other specials that Dave Chappelle has done, it just, you forget about the topic and the heaviness of the topic because he makes it so funny. And I'm one of those people, y'all know, between me and James, we like to laugh if that means at each other's expense or at our own expense. We will do it because life is so fucking serious all the time. You just have to laugh. Have you seen it?
What does he look like?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Dave Chappelle.
We
You
have
don't know
never.
what Dave
We've never.
Chappelle looks like?
I feel like I've seen him before, but
Well,
I don't remember.
We've never kicked a guest off of the show before. I'm glad I know your mama, so you can stay. But I'm gonna need you to know who the hell Dave Chappelle
is. He young?
Oh my god.
Wait. So you weren't joking?
I wasn't joking.
You don't know?
I've heard the name, but I need to connect the face with the name.
I mean, he looks like a milk dud. Black guy, bald
He's
head.
black. Okay.
Oh my! He didn't know.
Didn't even know it was black.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh, Keisha. I don't know what to do.
Ooh, I don't even know where we go from here.
I'll leave.
Okay, look. So you have to. Dave Chappelle is one of the funniest comedians, right? I mean, he has been for the last 15 years.
Yeah, for a while.
He had the ever popular show, the Dave Chappelle Show on Comedy Central. Nothing's ringing a bell.
The name does. I just can't picture him. In my
Keisha,
head.
let's just go to break.
Yeah. You know what? We just gonna go to break on this one. We're gonna show this baby how Dave Chappelle looks. We're gonna go to break, regroup, because me and producer James are a little bit mind fucked right now because we don't know if Dylan is serious or if he really doesn't know who Dave Chappelle is.
I know who he is. I just don't remember what he looks like, and I haven't watched a lot of his specific shows. I may have seen him before, but I'm not familiar with him.
Okay, baby, it's okay.
Just trying to save myself.
We're gonna get you all the way together. You're a sheltered child, aren't you?
Wait, did you say sheltered or he's
Sheltered.
a sheltered
I'm
child?
starting to think he lived in a shelter where they didn't have TV and he doesn't know who Dave Chappelle is. You have to, when you do watch one of his specials, you will thank us because he's quite hilarious. Okay?
Okay.
The next time I see you, I want you to draw me a picture of Dave Chappelle so I know you know what he looks like. And I want you to tell me 2 of his jokes. Is that good?
That's good.
All right, we'll be right back.
The Libra Lounge with Keisha. The Libra Lounge with Keisha.
All right, ladies. Are any of these on your to-do list? Lose weight, improve flexibility and posture, get muscle definition, and most important of all, reduce stress. Now, you might be saying, damn, Keisha, how am I going to do all of that? Ever tried barre? I'm here to tell you that Classic Barre by Sherry is the perfect low-impact workout that's right for women in every age group. The ballet bar is used for stability and balance while using small hand weights, core strengthening, and stretching with a splash of cardio. Because I love you, I'm telling you that you can try your first Classic Barre class with Sherry for only $10. And because I really, really, really love you, if you mention the Libra Lounge, you get half off. Stop by Sherry's studio and see what it's all about. She's located inside Femme Fatale Women's Fit Club at 689 FM 517 in Dickinson, or go to thelibralounge.net and click on the link for more info.
The Libra Lounge.
We had a come to Jesus meeting during the break, so we're all together now. We all know who Dave Chappelle is. I just spit. Sorry.
I definitely know who he is after I saw the picture. So,
can I tell you what that was the equivalent of? Whenever there's white people and someone goes, "Oh wait. My best friend in 3rd grade. He was black. Oh gosh, what was that guy's name? What was his name?
What?
I can't be racist.
Was it Lester? I think it was Lester.
Lester, Tyrone, Devontae, something like that. Yeah, I got black friends. That's kind of how it was. But he tried so hard. I even heard him in the bathroom say, "Hey, yeah, no, I've seen him." Okay, all right. So next month, it's my favorite month of the year. It's the month when witches take flight. It's the Libra gang. And it's my birthday month. And this year, I will be turning 40.
Leos are better.
What'd you say? Who did you say? What did
He said early happy birthday.
Yep.
In case you forget. I don't know how I feel about turning 40. Because for years, start paying more attention. When you turn 34, you start paying more attention to things about 40. And all these bitches are like going on trips, like 40 is so great. I'm 40 and fine. And all these weird things. And like, oh, I feel so great. I don't feel like that. Like, no, I don't feel like I want to travel. I feel like I want to spend a little bit more time in my bed eating pork chops and shit like that. So, producer James is already old. So, were there any big changes that happened to you when you turned the big 40? No, it wasn't.
Not really.
No.
I mean, compared to 39, there was nothing. Compared to 30, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, people say that sex is so much better when you're 40.
Who says that?
Some bitches that are 40.
What lying motherfucker has spread that narrative?
That doesn't even make sense.
Well, so I know
doesn't.
a lot of people say that sex is better in your 30s, and here's the reason why. You're not stupid in your 20s and getting pregnant on accident. You kind of know a little bit more about how to prevent that from happening. So I think that's why they say that sex is better.
I don't think sex was ever bad. Like it's
Of course,
like sex at 40 is still pretty fucking awesome, like it was at 20. Now it's not as often.
Hell no.
Or as athletic at times.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty fucking good.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. So if someone came up to me right now and said, you've got two choices. You can have sex with the man you've wanted to have sex, your fantasy person, all night long tonight. Or you can just go to bed. I'm going to go to bed because I'm tired and I don't want him messing up my hair where I have to get up earlier the next day to fix it. Sleeping just seems so much more enticing to me at this point in my life. I feel like I'm old. So yeah, just sleep. I want to go home. I want to put on my frumpy clothes, tie my hair up, get my toy poodle, get in the bed. We kind of do the upward recline. Is it recline or incline when you go up? The incline, and we watch reality TV and we eat crackers in the bed. So when producer James gets in the bed, he's got to do like that because we have crumbs all on his side of the bed.
Every fucking time.
That just, to me, I
literally have to vacuum my bed every other night to get the crumbs out.
But you know what you could do? You could be in the bed by yourself.
And crumb free?
Yeah. So what you gonna do? Which one is it? Which one you want?
Well, based on the fact that you don't like to be touched or cuddled or even noticed when you're asleep, I pretty much sleep by myself anyway, next to you.
As 40 is approaching, I would honestly be okay with separate beds.
Hey, it eventually happens.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like, I think when you're first in a relationship, you feel the need to constantly let each other know that you love each other, that you're right there. I don't need that anymore. I just,
Yeah, she's pretty much the, I'm here, so I'm here.
I'm here, so that must mean 1, I ain't got nowhere else to go, or 2, I love you. So that changes from day to day. So, okay, sex, I don't know. I'm not 40 yet, but it's still okay. But I just be tired and I don't want to do it as often. Friendships, when you're coming up on 40, you do not have time for bullshit with your friends. Like right now, I would cut a friend off like that. This year. I'm that ride or die friend. I'm that friend you call at 3 a.m. in the morning. I think my man is cheating. Let's roll up on him. I'm that chick. But I'm not going to be that chick anymore for bitches that ain't that chick for me. So, yes, you are okay with ending friendships. Producer James is still lucky his ass is still around.
Very lucky.
That's because he pays, the mortgage and all that kind of stuff. But, so kids and being 40. For some odd reason, we have a lot of friends that are 40 or about to be 40 and they're pregnant. I'd be goddamn if that is about to happen to me. I will throw myself down a flight of stairs. and then ask for someone to jump on me just to make sure, just in case. There is no way in hell that I would want to have a baby right now.
You would take that Doc Martin birth control pill?
Whatever we got to
right in the
do.
stomach?
Yes, I don't want to. And I love babies. I love kids. But I have no desire to be pregnant. I have no desire to have to wake up in the middle of the night for feedings, diaper changes, none of that.
Yeah, I look at it like this. Like, Skylar is almost 20.
I mean, come on, she's almost 18.
Well, I know, but
she's close. I mean,
but
yeah.
think about it in round numbers.
Yeah.
She'll be 20 when we're 42.
Right.
That's a lot. Now imagine being 60 with a 20-year-old.
Be my mom.
Exactly. Like,
yeah,
no,
my mom was one of them bitches
that.
that did that. So she had kids. She had me. I mean, for one thing, I don't understand. It's like you had perfection on the first shot. Why did you try again? And then when she tried again, she had another one in 18 months. So there's me. I'm 39. I've got a 23-year-old brother and a 24-and-a-half-year-old brother. Ain't that some shit? That's and me. People be thinking they my kids and shit. I'm like, look, no, that old lady over there, that's their mama. That's my mama too. So yeah, I have noticed. I can't even imagine going through pregnancy right now.
No, I can't either.
There's nothing. You think I'm cranky now?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, imagine how much stuff we used to give a shit about a lot when we were younger parents.
Right.
That we just wouldn't give a fuck about now.
No, I mean, here's the thing. So I've been obsessed with Skylar since before she was even born. And I think about all the extra shit that I did. Like before she was born, she had 300 outfits. She had 23 pairs of shoes. She had 2 bow holders. Her onesies were only Tommy Hilfiger and Ralph Lauren. That's all. Now I think back on that shit, I'm like, put that bitch on one of them non-disposable little diaper things, and so we can wash it again.
Linen, all linen.
Yes,
just wrap them in a towel.
Yes, that's it. But y'all know how I am. Like I don't like unkept. Now your mom dressed you really cute. She really did. Like he was
all
cute.
Name brand.
All name brand.
Oof.
He was cute all the time. Now I am big on that. When you walk out of the house, I don't care if you 1 day old or 100 years old, you better be fucking dressed. I don't do the whole a diaper or the pants. No, diaper, that's underwear. Cover that shit up.
You also don't do kids with no shoes.
Oh, God. Oh, no. No. If you want me to talk about your ass, let me see you with your baby outside with no shoes on. And someone goes, well, crippled people, someone goes, they can't even walk. I said, crippled people can't walk either, but they fucking have on shoes.
And their shoes are always spotless.
I wonder why. So
beautiful, pristine white Snickers.
Yes, your mom she dressed you the way that I would dress my own little boy. You always had on name brand clothes, always had on cute shoes, everything matched. I mean, she had you all the way together. And which is sometimes odd for white people, because sometimes y'all like to not do that. Like y'all like to let y'all's kids go outside with just a diaper on.
Yeah,
Keisha, well, that's different.
And you have redeemed yourself from the Dave Chappelle issue. You are right now. Yes, because I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, Keisha, you pretty much dress a baby like a rich white woman would do.
Yes, yes. Girls have bows in their hair. It matches the outfits. They got the bloomers on. They got the socks on. They've got the shoes on. And I cannot stand that shit when people buy their baby 1 pair of shoes and they make them wear with everything. That pink does not go with that green right now. Are you an AKA? If you're not an AKA, take that shit off. No, so kids, but
some people can't afford.
You can be piss poor,
but
and still dress your kid.
Dress your kid, but not look. They can't buy. I mean, there is good.
Not the name brand. No, okay, now.
But you're just talking about the decency of having clothes.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
I thought you were talking about
just being.
Oh no! But the shit needs to match.
Okay.
Yes,
match
indeed.
and be fully covered.
Yes, you can go. I mean, you can go to Goodwill and get a cute outfit for your baby. You know what I mean? No, it's just the people that just say, "Oh, it's a baby. It doesn't need to be groomed." Yes, it does, because there's some ugly babies, and you need to give your baby every opportunity to make friends. And if that means you got to dress your baby up, that's just what you got to do. So no kids for us. 0 fucks and 40. Now that I can get with because I give 0 fucks about so many things right now. So if this is what 40 is like, okay, I'm liking it. And lastly, is 40 the new 20? No, it's not at all.
No, it ain't.
I don't know why people keep lying about that. It's
I don't even
not.
know what that means. What does that really fucking mean?
People y'all's age
Oh,
do the same stuff as younger people do now. Y'all are on y'all's phones, y'all are on
Yeah.
Facebook,
Mhm.
you know, so I see the sense of maybe that part,
Mhm.
but maybe not like the
No,
You know.
I don't. Everything about my body right now feels all of 40. In fact, it feels a little bit 50. So it does not feel anything 20, 21, 22, nothing in the 20s.
Well, I'll tell you, thinking about 20-year-old James, I would hate that son of a bitch right now. I couldn't stand
I would
20-year-old
probably.
James.
Well, I was pretty self-absorbed. Like it was all about me and just.
You would probably hate 20-year-old Keisha. Like if you
No,
had
I
to
would
deal with
never
her
hate
every day.
myself. I hate
Okay.
the almost 40-year-old Keisha. I'm like, bitch, you get on my nerves.
I wouldn't be friends with 20-year-old James. I know that. We would not get along.
Well, I would. You know me. I would probably be friends with 20-year-old Keisha. I'd talk about her behind her back.
You would
But
take
it'd be
20-year-old Keisha on
Under
as a
my
project.
wing. Yes. Yeah, she would have most definitely have been a project.
40-year-old Keisha would totally mentor 20-year-old Keisha.
Yes. But speaking of 20-year-olds, when we get back from this break, we're going to talk to this 20-year-old who, if you cannot tell by now, is way more mature than producer James and I. We will be right back.
What?
Hey guys, it's Keisha, the host of the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast and web series. If you follow me on social media, you know that the Million Harris is one of the sponsors of the show. I've told you all about the great hair products for both men and women that they have, but I wanted to give you an opportunity to actually see some of their hair bundles. Here they are. What I did was I ordered both 20 and 22-inch Malaysian bundles and a frontal from the Million Harris and took them to my stylist and had her make this unit. Yes, this is actually a lace front unit made from the bundles I purchased at the Million Harris. I usually don't wear this much hair extensions, nor do I wear it this long, but I really love it. The hair feels amazing. It looks great. I've been getting compliments everywhere that I go. So make sure to go to her website or stop by the shop and get your order on. She's got hair products, bundles, and mink lashes. Make sure to use my discount code Libra20 for 20% off your total purchase. All right, welcome back to the Libra Lounge with Keisha. So I introduced you to our guest earlier during the show. This is Dylan Cody, but why don't you give yourself a proper introduction?
Okay, my name is Dylan Cody, obviously, and I am 20 years old. I graduated from Dickinson High School last year in 2018. You know, I'm just a normal person
No, he's
with
not.
slightly different interests than most people.
Yes, I will agree with that. I mean, actually, you're kind of a renaissance man. So tell our audience you're 20 years old. What are all the things that you have done and that you can do?
So things
What?
I do, man, I do a lot of things, and
Yeah, I've seen you in the woods. I've seen you under the stars and look like Alaska. I've seen you surfing in the water. I've seen you do a lot of white people activities. So tell us about those.
definitely that's surfing is actually a big part of my life right now.
That's scary to me.
It's and I say surfing, people go like, "What? Galveston surfing?" There's no
it's an
such
ocean.
thing.
You can surf in Galveston.
But we do get fairly decent waves every once in a while. It's not
Hawaii,
California,
right.
Have
you surfed in Hawaii or California?
I've never been to Hawaii. I've been to California a few times, mainly because of family there. But surfing's a big part spiritually. I don't really have a set religion or anything. I grew up Catholic, of course.
Me too.
And definitely very, very not strict, but you couldn't wear certain things to church.
Well, everything you did made you meant you were going to go to hell.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it, so I mean, the last 2 years, that's kind of stemming off from that and just trying
Searching.
to find things.
Yeah.
Searching. You know, I do a lot of pottery work. I try a little bit of everything just to see what I like and what I don't.
So you've done pottery work. Like I said, he's a little bit more mature than me and James. You've done pottery work. You surf.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the things that I did go through a photography stage, which that's taught me a lot about the way we look at things, the different perspectives of our eyes.
I have one of your pictures.
You do.
I bought one.
You do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I started that with an iPhone. So if you want to get started in photography, you can start with an iPhone.
Yeah.
Especially today, because the iPhones have very good quality photos.
They do.
Compared to 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But that's definitely changed my life a lot, and it's taken me to some pretty cool places. But right now I don't do any more digital photography. I actually do with a little point and shoot, but that's just for like little pictures I want to take around the house, or because my main source of photography now is film photography.
Okay.
So I do a lot of old. I have a 120-year-old camera. I've never shot with it, but it would be cool, but they don't make that certain film for it anymore.
Is that the one where you had to set a fire or something like that to do
fire?
The flash? What is it? It would boom. It would spark.
No, I mean film is very simple. You literally just press a button.
Do y'all not know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about like the Old West?
Where you're putting the thing over your head and then they
is that the
click
1920s?
I don't
know.
Oh, what is that?
That's just before.
That'd be like the 1890s.
Okay, just everything I just said, don't listen to me. Listen to him.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm talking about.
1920s would be where they had a great big flash bulb, and you didn't have to wait for 20 minutes for the picture to be taken. It was a lot quicker.
Yeah, the flash just made more light, so the exposure was really quick. So
okay,
capture it very fast. Because before, those pictures were they weren't very detailed because they had to sit there for like 20 minutes and let the light come into the frame or whatever.
Awful.
But I mean, film is very simple. It's just a box that's concealing just darkness, not letting any light in. You press a button, lets light in, and it captures the image.
Okay.
And then it's developed chemicals.
Well, I need photography under professional lighting, and filters. That's what I need. I know you probably see the beauty, and you see the world differently than most people.
And that's because I didn't think like this before, but all these things that I've done and the experience that I've had have opened my eyes a different way than if I went this path or this path, you know?
Right. What path do you think you're on now as a 20-year-old?
Really, I've tried to see like where I think I'll go, but you can't. You can control it to a certain extent, and then it will just something else is pulling these strings and those strings. Just
I think you're absolutely right. What I will say is that most 20-year-olds are not trying to get other young people involved in their communities, which is something that you have shown a passion for here recently. So why do you think it's important to give back to your community, or to have more community events that engage people of all ages?
So, I mean, basically my reasoning for that is us as humans by ourselves, we're very weak. We wouldn't survive out in the wild by ourselves for very long. There's just other predators and things that would kill us, you know, but together we're very strong and we can make differences.
All right.
And we need each other. That's a big thing. And today's phones and everything, it connected us in a way, but separate us physically. And the whole idea in getting younger people involved in community events is just to get that same thing before cell phones were
you had
invented
to meet up.
in social media. To where, you know, I would think like places in Houston, it's kind of hard to do things like that because it works
so big.
a little better in smaller towns. And I mean, Dickinson, I think they have a good involvement of a community here. But it's just a matter of really connecting everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and just because I'll go down, I'll see a few cars that I know, and it's small enough to know other people and
Right.
see them every day.
Right.
I think I'm getting off topic, but
No, you're fine.
the whole point for people my age is really to bring that whole aspect back of most of the people running these organizations, like Keep Dickinson Beautiful, and people in the historical society.
They're like 99.
All those things.
They're
if we don't
99.
get involved with this stuff, it's all going to be lost.
Gone.
I mean,
Yes.
it's like knowledge that was passed down from the elders.
Yes.
It's not.
I don't like how you
know.
looked at me when you said the elders. You met people way older than me, correct?
I'm talking about 70s.
Okay, yeah, thank God.
People in
Okay,
their
so I
60s.
totally agree with you because right now there's actually an issue going on right now with a lot of kids who turn 16 not even wanting to drive. They have no desire to drive. And I'm kind of like, this is weird. Like when we were 16, we were constantly gone. But now you've got the world right here in the palm of your hand with a cell phone. You can FaceTime your friends. You don't have to be around one another. Like after a game, we would all go to the field house or to Taco Bell, and we would actually talk
Y'all
to one
had
another.
to do that.
Exactly.
Y'all had to.
And I'm like thinking like we would all talk, we'd have music on, we would dance and all kinds of things, but it's completely different now. And I think you're right that there is a big gap between people who are graduating high school, people who are in college, early 20s. And then you get to people, like you said, with certain community groups, they're older. So there's nothing in between, you know what I mean? And there's nothing to bridge that gap. So I think it's a lot easier for people your age to say, hey, why don't we do this together? Because, sometimes when you're dealing with old folks, they kind of set in their ways and, we don't want them around here. Stuff like that. So was that a good imitation of an old cranky
of
person?
something?
Sort of.
I hate you both
Damn
so
it,
much.
kids,
right
get off my lawn.
All right, so what are some of the ideas? Because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, he is downplaying a lot of the stuff that he has done. He has gone to some really amazing places. I've seen pictures and things like that, and you've gone places I've not even gone to.
So I'll start off with different places. My main go-to spot would be Northern California. I mean, like northern up in, like, it's very rural, just woods, up in the redwoods.
With the big trees.
Yeah, very biggest trees, and that's definitely a part of the world that's changed my life and kind of imprinted some greener, more environmentally better views of how I should live my life and why the forest and trees and plants are so important to us.
And they are.
Yeah. I mean, without them, we can't
breathe,
anything.
Right? Can we not breathe if we don't have trees?
No.
Isn't there like the oxygen and then the carbohydrates and the...
You were good until you said carbohydrates.
Yeah.
I think you mean carbon dioxide.
Oh, carbon dioxide. Yes, that's what I said. It just, I had something in my mouth that came out a little bit wrong. All right. So, yes, I think that we are so used to technology that we forget about nature quite often. So, to hear you, what? You want to talk about the carbohydrates and the trees?
No, you're good with the carbohydrates and the nutrients and nitrogens and whatever else you're going to say. I know a lot of kids, when I was growing up, we did a lot of stuff outside.
Definitely.
Like our parents would just send us outside, and if we came back at the end of the day, great. If not, there was a problem.
Yeah.
But we spent a lot of time outside playing in ditches, just being outside.
Right.
I don't see that as much anymore.
No.
Oh yeah, my grandma used to be like, "You're not coming back inside. You're staying all day." She'd put out some water for us. You are
in
not
a dish
allowed
with some food.
Really,
on the front porch.
Not allowed to come inside, and if you did, you're in trouble.
Right.
She'd yell at you. But back to those places, I've been fortunate enough to go to these places. Not a lot of people have the money or the time. They have to work.
Right.
So I understand that, and it's not necessarily people's faults. It's just unfortunate that this is how what's happened to society. And I mean, a place like Dickinson, there is like a green belt. We're on a bayou, and there's lush trees around the area, but it's not like going to those places.
Right.
So yeah, Northern California, I've been there 2 times, and that definitely was a turning point in my life and what really drastically changed things for me.
What was the shift? What, you're like, okay, this is what's really important. The type of cell phone that I have right now is not.
So on that trip, before that trip, that year, I actually I ditched the smartphone for good.
Yes. Don't race through that part. He has.
No, I'll take it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him show it to y'all. Some of y'all may not have ever that. He has a flip phone. What 20-year-old has a flip phone? And this is a 20-year-old who your mom would easily pay for your phone, right?
She didn't want me to get a flip phone.
I'm sure she didn't.
She was like, "Really? What are you doing?"
Yeah. I'm like, I can't imagine how long it takes for you to text because you got to press the button like 3, 4, 5, 6 times to get a letter.
Yeah, I don't.
So you made a decision that you're like, I don't want a smartphone anymore. I want a flip phone.
There was a point to where I was so addicted to social media, and when I was into photography, I would take these photos for
social
Instagram.
Media,
I
yes.
wouldn't just. I would always think of, oh, I'm gonna go take these cool pictures at this place for Instagram. I'm not gonna go sit down and enjoy and just take it all in. Same with it, just became a part of me that wasn't good, and it was draining. There was no satisfaction long term,
right?
Just that short term, just waking up every morning, checking your phone for the likes. And
right.
Social media is good. I mean, it has its benefits, and especially nowadays with people that are missing, and we can share those so easily. But there's just a certain point to where what's more important, your health, or there's definitely limitations. I took a hardcore move. I just threw it all away. I was just like, no more social media. I mean, I had Facebook, but I didn't get on it very much. That was mostly for family, though. But Facebook is even addicting. I'm on Facebook now, and I still catch myself you like want to get off, but you can't.
Yeah, and then it's like, in times of boredom, everyone goes straight to social media. And I liked what you said, you were like, I was taking these beautiful pictures, not so much to, cherish the moment or the picture, but to put it on Instagram. But there's a flip side of that because, I mean, I would love the fact that, you take time to take these pictures and enjoy them. And then you have a desire to share that.
I wanted to, but
you feel like you have to. Like everything is for social media.
It's kind of a spur off of the fear of missing out, but it's the fear of not having your pictures seen or your content discovered.
Right.
And everybody wants to be famous. That's a big thing. And I mean, heck, I would want to be famous for my craft,
Right.
Like, I'm sure anybody who does a craft, I'm sure you'd want your podcast to be, like, there's no problems with that, but it's just what you get out of it.
Right.
Each individual is different, and it didn't work for me.
Right.
And so I did what I had to do.
I mean, for you to make the decision yourself, I mean, most of the time it's like someone, in your age group or younger, their parents tell them, more social media.
Yeah.
Instead of them making the decision themselves, like too much time is spent focusing on, really, it's kind of nothing. Is, you know what I mean? Like, it's instant gratification. Oh, I just posted this. How many likes am I going to get? And then, I mean, there's times that you're like, why didn't this picture get likes? And then you think that you've done something wrong. And it's just like, okay, the point of it is to share things, not just to get likes.
But it's just built there's like that algorithm to it to where you need to do this. It draws you in. But I'm not saying don't quit social media.
Just don't be a slave.
I just said for myself and my health, I had to do what I had to do under the circumstances, and definitely get rid of a smartphone. I mean, I grew up without a smartphone. People my age, 20 and up, or even I'd say reasonable 19 and up. We all grew up without smartphones at first. I mean, the Razors and
Right.
smartphones are fairly recent.
Yeah, and our whole lives are on our smartphones. Like, if I didn't have my phone, I'd be completely lost. I'm like, that has everything on it, which is convenient, but kind of scary in a way. So right now, with you being inspired to do more things in town, what are some of the ideas that you want to propose to the community that's going to incorporate a younger generation?
So some of the ideas I posted on Facebook one, kind of just to see what people would think about it. And that was to do like sort of like a kayak paddle meetup on the bayou, just to get more people out there to see the bayou, because I don't think a lot of people around here get the chance to do that. But there were some people, a pretty good amount of people that were interested but didn't have kayaks or canoes, and I only have 2 kayaks and 1 canoe, and I can't provide all of that. And the thing was that the problem I ran into was there's a certain amount of people, it gets to where I'd be kind of like a guide in a certain way. And if people were to use my equipment, then it's water. It's very dangerous. If someone were to fall, I'm liable for these people. So I'm trying to, sounds fancy, but redesign it in a way to where it's like, I don't know how to say, at your own risk.
Yeah, you gotta get like paperwork. And they have to sign it and saying, if your ass drowns, that's your own fault. You knew you couldn't swim. But you don't have to worry about me.
Because there's people that lie, that say
they do.
Oh, I know how to swim.
Yeah, that's why you always have to have a contract or something like that.
Exactly.
But there's one person you won't have to worry about doing that, because it'll be me. I do inside stuff.
Hey, that's fine. There's really a lack of like walking trails around here. It would be nice to establish that somehow, but it really gets, there's no way of doing it unless you're in the system itself and you see where funding goes and you get certain grants. So
welcome to the
you just got to work with what you have around here. And the main idea, there's not really a whole lot of ideas, but it's just to
you got a starting point.
Start somewhere and see where it leads to. Just one idea forks off into another.
Exactly.
So I have no real plans. But my big thing is, we see these places like California or places that already have these things of like walking trails or parks, and you're like, oh, I want to go there because of that. But like, to really make a difference, going somewhere where that difference is already made, it's not going to do anything.
Right.
So that's what's inspired me to stay here in Dickinson, is to see what changes can be made, into not necessarily myself changing it, because I don't have the power to do that. I don't have the money to make these things, but to at least get people to want to do these things, and maybe with a mass group of people, it can be changed. Because Dickinson does have potential, but there's just a lack of motivation.
I mean, you've got it, and it sounds like what you really want to do is really reintroduce people to nature and to one another.
It's very important.
Yeah, it is, and it's something that we don't think about or focus a lot of attention on it. But let me ask you this. So I think you're on the right track. The ideas will come to you. The more people that you talk to, you start collaborating, and everyone knows someone, and that's how you get shit to happen. Do you have a bucket list?
So bucket list, I've thought about a bucket list a long time ago, but I don't really have a bucket list because things change so much. So my answer would be no, I do not have a bucket list.
So if you could right now, if someone says you could do whatever it is that you want to do right now,
Now,
What
my
would be?
bucket list in this moment,
Mm-hmm.
there's so many things.
Mm-hmm. Well, we
There's
only have
just-
like another 20 minutes.
Honestly, if there was one thing, it would just to see. It's a weird thing to be on my bucket list, but
Mhm.
I'd want to just float in space for
Like lost in
just-
space.
just lost in space. Like the
okay.
weirdest.
Just float.
Like I've always thought about how cool it would be to be able to survive it, but
right.
be able to be lost in space for
However long.
however long, or being lost at sea, just being out in the middle of nowhere, experiencing.
Oh no, because see, when you attach the word lost onto it, that's when my anxiety gets high. Because I'm almost 40. But no, floating in outer space in protective gear with a crew back home that I can communicate with, I would be okay with that.
No, just like
No.
in a random spaceship, or
Will there be food?
or being able to go.
Can I use a restroom? Is it going to be a restroom? Like, is there
Yeah,
gonna be
but
food?
it's just the sense of being lost.
right.
I think would be cool, but to be knowing you'd survive it, if
Right.
that makes any sense.
Most definitely.
To like
because,
feel
yes.
what that would feel like to be lost in,
But you know you're going to be okay.
sort of.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain that.
I get
But-
what you're saying, but I keep thinking about me and my scary ass. I'm gonna need to know there's a crew to save me whenever I put out that call. Like, I'm ready to go. Can you guys come get me? You have an explorer kind of spirit about you.
I want to explore like different feelings, because that's what life is about. If you take away all the materialistic things, it's not really about. If you look under social media, under the food you eat, all of that, it's about the feelings you get from it. It's never really about that thing. And I think you can get those same feelings without having to be on social media. So it's just, my goal in life is to really figure out these feelings and just see the different types. And I think that's on the bucket list, is because I wonder what it would feel like to be lost.
Would you want to be lost, Producer James, in space or on a no, space? I could probably do, but you said a ship.
Just be floating in space. You don't have to be in a spaceship.
Yeah,
It's just,
no, that is cool.
it
But you
doesn't
said
even have
something
to
about
be-
water.
it doesn't have to be possible. It can be like
Right.
a possible thing.
Yes,
That
one I like. But then you said something like being lost at sea.
Yeah, or being lost at sea, just floating in the water. You don't know where you're at. No one's coming to help you.
Yeah, I think those are perfect bucket list items, because any one of those, you're going to die because
Yeah.
of it. So it's a great thing for a bucket list.
Oh yeah, I don't.
But you're gonna survive. But
You're
you
gonna
don't
survive,
know
but you don't know it.
You don't know it.
Oh.
See, I'm gonna need to know it. See,
Well, then
this
it
is
just
what happens
becomes
when
a-
you get old. You're like, no, I need plans. Like, I need an itinerary. Like, okay, I'm
But-
gonna get lost right here. Right here, that's where y'all gonna send me food. Right here, we communicate. Yeah, but
It's
I
just the
get it.
feeling I'm getting at.
Right.
It's what would that feeling be like?
yeah. Like, I mean, I know exactly what you mean, but for me, it would be something different. But it's the sense of freedom and just openness. That's how I see it.
And just experiencing
yeah,
the fear of the real world,
Right.
and not
yeah.
under a roof. You know.
Some people call that flying coach.
Well, you can just drive through Third Ward at like 3 a.m. and get a nice, terrifying fear of death. Okay? We don't have to go all the way to space to get that. We got that right up the road.
That's true.
He's so stupid. Okay, so I totally get what you're saying. It's a sense of freedom and a sense of exploring and a sense of doing something and you don't know what the outcome is gonna be. I get that, and most people are very afraid to venture out.
I'm
to do
afraid
anything
of
like
that, but
Right, you
I
should,
just want to
yeah.
experience that feeling.
Right. We're gonna see how we can make that happen for you.
I don't know.
Okay. You don't trust me to see if I can make that happen for you?
No.
You don't?
No.
Why? Oh my what?
Oh, I can drop you off in the middle of Galveston Bay, no problem. And you'll get every feel of abandonment. No problem.
I'll let your mom know where you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
We might come back and get you.
We
You would
might
know.
come back to
You
get
That's
might.
the
You
excitement.
might.
Oh, but wait a minute. Can we not put them in Galveston water? Like, can we put them in, like, I don't know.
Excitement.
Has to
Unknown.
be shark-infested waters.
I mean, look, in Galveston, you can die from flesh-eating bacteria.
That's way more dangerous than
chance,
sharks.
or you could take your chances with another ocean and sharks. I'd rather do it with the sharks.
I would take a great white shark over just putting one ball in Galveston Bay.
Yeah,
like it's more dangerous than that than
I call it gumbo water.
Gumbo water.
That's what it looks like. Yeah, it's gumbo water.
You know, this is from. I don't take my word for it, but I've heard that.
Oh shit. That means he's about to spit a fact that he doesn't remember all the parts of the fact.
Okay,
but go ahead.
I've heard that even though Florida water is obviously clearer than our water, but they have more bacteria than we do at times. So,
but do they have flesh-eating bacteria? Because that's the only one I'm really concerned about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that. I've never. Producer James,
our water is really not that
different.
Different. We just have a lot of sediment in the water.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
There's a lot of places. California, they have places where they have flesh-eating bacteria because the sewage, when it rains so hard, that's what it causes it. It's just runoff.
We have a lot of runoff in Galveston water.
Yep.
It's
a lot of places do. So we're not the only ones. We just think it's extra dirty because it's chocolate dirty. Milk.
Exactly. But I don't like water. Period.
But really, when you look at clear water and then you think of bacteria, the bacteria flesh-eating disease, it doesn't sound as bad as brown water and flesh-eating bacteria water.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Yes.
I judge it how would I drink it if it was in a cup and I didn't know what it was.
I judge it by it's outside and I don't like outside, therefore I don't like the water that's outside. Okay. So
I wouldn't trust Dickinson Bayou water though.
No shit. Look, we put water in a fish aquarium and it was just the regular water from around here and we killed 2 tankfuls of fish.
Well, did y'all do it correctly?
He did it, so probably wasn't done right. He said
because I know you have to let the water sit for a little while or something like that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, so
got it.
Okay, so if you could be president for 24 hours, what is the number one change you would make?
So first of all, I don't want to be president.
Because Chrissy Teigen would be calling you a pussy ass bitch. So,
but
who's this pussy ass lost bitch?
The one and only thing I do, because if I made a change, it wouldn't stay, obviously. So, what I would do if I had the power to do something drastic would be to create a huge blackout in the U.S. so everybody could see the Milky Way.
That part. Being able to see the Milky Way is I would absolutely love that because stars are like my favorite thing in the whole world. But the almost 40-year-old in me thinks about crime.
It doesn't have to be.
It's the Purge.
I start thinking about the Purge. That's exactly what I think about is the Purge. But that comes with old age.
It can only be at night though. It doesn't have to be during the day.
Yeah, because at nighttime that's when it's real scary.
Well, it'd be hard to see the Milky Way in the day.
That's what I'm talking about. So it wouldn't be in the day.
But. Yeah, I like the idea. I'm gonna take my scary self out of it. That would be very, very.
But
dope.
the idea of me being president in the first place is.
I'd be like, I know him.
Crazier than that.
I'd be like, I know him. Don't forget us little people down here. All right. So who has been the biggest source of inspiration and support for you?
My family.
Your family. Did they pay you to say that?
No.
Okay, because my family would have to pay me to say that.
I didn't grow up with a dad, so I got to experience different father figures, and so I didn't. I would call it my identity or my personalities didn't come from 2 people alone. It came from all of my family. So I feel like I have a little bit of everybody in me and my family, especially my grandpa, my great grandpa. Just that's the idea behind it. I don't feel like I'm raised by 2 people. My mom obviously
it takes a
raised
village,
me, but yeah, it takes a lot of people,
to raise
and
a kid.
you need to be involved with your family, and that's
I agree.
how a person grows is to experience different people. Because, I mean, just growing up with just a mom and a dad,
You're influenced a lot by just those two people.
Yeah, and when you're influenced by so many other people, you're so much more of a person.
Yeah, it makes you more worldly. Yeah, I mean, because my mom has helped in raising Skylar, and that's how Skylar learned how to talk shit about people. So she needed that support from her. So when we get back, Dylan is going to tell you guys how you guys can contact him if you have any questions or if you would like to collaborate with him about any community events, social media when he is on social media. You may have to, yeah.
I'm actually on Facebook quite a bit. So.
Okay, perfect. And how you can find him, and then we're going to award the Bitch Please of the Week. We'll be right back. Sassy Class Boutique is the hot spot for your fashion, beauty, and home decor desires. We celebrate women of all shapes and sizes with our trendy collection of regular and plus-size clothing. Looking for the right accessories? We have upcycled Louis Vuitton handbags, vegan purses, and jewelry to add sass to your class. We also offer health and beauty products from salon quality hair care to cruelty-free makeup. Our edgy home decor items will make you the envy of all of your neighbors. Sassy Class Boutique also offers custom items like shirts, hats, and other gifts for any occasion. All of our vendors are female-owned small businesses, and together we are Sassy Class Boutique. Located at 3709 Fatter Drive in Dickinson, Texas, 77539. Or shop anytime with us at www.sassyclassboutique.com.
The Libra Lounge with Keisha. The Libra Lounge with Keisha.
All right, so I would like to thank our guest Dylan Cody for coming into the studio with us today. So Dylan, if anyone is looking to get in contact with you, how can they reach you? Look, girls, contact him about community shit. He don't want you contacting him about dating, meeting up, hooking up, none of that, okay?
I am single.
God, you have to ruin it. I was trying to make it sound good, and he's like, oh, but I am single.
As long as you recycle.
He was a recycling kind of hoe. Okay, I can get with that.
But
What,
not
Jay?
his heart.
What?
Don't recycle.
Don't
Yeah,
his
please
recycle
don't
heart.
his
recycle
heart,
my
no.
heart.
Because he knows me, and I'll beat up a bitch if y'all mess with this one over here. So tell them how to get in contact with you.
So I have an email. It's just dylan1681 cody@gmail.com. And then my Facebook, which is just Dylan Cody. There's just a black and white picture of me in my profile picture. And you know, it's nice to talk to people with ideas. It would be cool to talk with anyone, just get together. I'm not really serious about anything right now. Just trying to see what other people think. I mean, that's basically all my contacts, and I don't want to give up my phone number. So
On his flip phone.
yeah, I do. My phone number isn't posted anywhere, but I'm a horrible texter. So
All right. My mother was texting me. They always text me and call me when we're trying to film. Okay. So usually when a guy says don't want to give up his phone number, that means he got hoes in different area codes. But because it's Dylan,
girls stay away from me because of my flip phone. I don't know what you're talking about.
it's a little, it is a little special.
But at least they can trust me, right?
That don't mean shit about trust, okay? There's men in prison cheating and running game on hoes, so.
But the least likely chance of me.
Men were cheating when there were still pagers.
Yes.
Okay.
But men most likely cheat. They cheat mostly on social medias and instant messengers these days.
It makes it a little bit easier, but
It
even
makes
if
it a whole
yes, even if we took that away, men would still cheat a lot. Sorry about it.
Yeah.
It's just true. It's okay. It's okay. You're not gonna be one of those men, okay? All right. So it is time for the bitch please of the week.
Bitch, please. You be rolling down the street, telling stories. Bitch, you never tell the truth. Bitch, please. Everybody know you lying, bitch, cause all you do is lie.
All right. So this week, this is a kind of an odd bitch please. You know, we usually call out people that do bad business, people that have done horrible things to other folks, bad customer service, or you know, something. I've been the bitch please of the week before. I think because I forgot our anniversary or something like that, so I gave it to myself. But tonight, we have it's a monkey, right? That is getting the Bitch Please of the Week award.
I believe so.
A monkey is running loose, currently still running loose in the county that we live in.
Running amok.
Motherfuckers been chasing him all goddamn day. They've been chasing him since at least 9 o'clock this morning. Have they found him? No. They don't even know what kind of fucking monkey it is. So we do know one story that was it a mom and a child? Or was it a dad and a child that they saw him, he was being aggressive, acting an ass. And
I don't know that story.
I
heard something else.
What did you hear?
So I heard a kid was going out to the bus, or he was waiting for the bus to pick him up, and he ran inside and told his mom that he can't go to school because a monkey attacked him. And she said, "Your dumbass is going to school. I'm driving you right now," because he missed the bus. And this was before the whole deal.
Everyone was
going
looking
on
for the
Facebook.
monkey. Yes.
And she got home and read it, and she was like, "Oh my gosh,
he was telling the truth.
I think my son was actually telling the truth." But I mean, if he was lying, what are the chances of that happening on the day of an actual monkey?
I'm willing to bet he wasn't lying, because I mean, if he were lying, I would have to give him a prize. I would actually let him stay home from school, because I'm like, that's a pretty good story that you just worked up. But it turns out there really is a monkey on the loose. They've had the news down here today. You got the animal shelters, people in their trucks trying to find this damn monkey. And monkey, you know what? He's somewhere looking at everybody pointing and laughing and shit.
Well, what's great is I'm on abcnews.com right here, and it actually says that since Monday, a chimpanzee has been harassing people and dogs, as well as trying to take cats.
What the fuck does a monkey take a cat for?
They're purty. I don't know. And tasty.
That was horrible.
Apparently.
Purdy.
Monkeys don't eat cats.
Monkeys eat whatever
don't
the fuck
eat
they
meat.
want to eat.
Monkeys don't eat meat. They're vegetarians.
No, that is not true at all.
They only eat meat when they eat people's faces.
No.
Yes.
Go on YouTube.
No, I will not.
No, I'm telling you. Listen, look, and all our listeners, find chimpanzee troop battle. These motherfuckers run around
like thugs.
killing each other, and they actually will catch other monkeys
and eat them.
I mean,
nasty.
like a snack.
All I'm gonna say is monkey, because I bet you the monkey watches the Libra Lounge with Keisha show if he knows what's up. Take your bitch ass home and quit harassing the good people of Galveston County. Stop wasting the good people's time over at Bayou Animal Services. They have other shit to do. You know where you live. I know you know where you live. You probably got a cell phone, not a flip phone. You got a smartphone. So you're probably on social media watching all this shit, thinking you're an internet star because you run around acting like a... I was going to say, run around acting like a goddamn monkey. Caesar? What's the orangutan's name?
Oh, Maurice.
Maurice?
Get yourself
Get your
Maurice.
sign language asses on. Go back to whatever cage house in Santa Fe you live in and leave everybody alone. Because right now I'm a little bit scared to even go outside because he's probably out there waiting for me. He want my autograph. All right, so we'll see you guys next week. But if you're going to YouTube monkey troops, you have to Google search this, because I Google searched it today and it was horrifying and mesmerizing. Google search a tortoise's penis. You guys have a good week. I'll see you next week. Bye.
It's the Libra Lounge. The Libra Lounge. Ooh.